Three complete strangers brought together with the same goal of prioritizing medication safety. As co-founders of Alpro Pharmacies Sarawak, they aim to introduce a new concept of community pharmacy and aspire to make medicine accessible for everyone. In this episode, they reveal their brand strategies, designed from their observations when studying medicine abroad, and bringing it back to their beloved homeland Sarawak. Watch on as they share that even a small effort can make a big difference in the lives of the community.
Hello and welcome to Brand Pulse with me, Marianna, as your host for yet another exciting episode. Today's episode, three pharmacists, Joshua, Wong, Ling, Feng, and Kiing, Siong, brought together by fate, become friends, and they decided to break boundaries for traditional pharmacy and introduce a new concept of community pharmacy in Sarawak. So welcome Mr. Wong and Ms. Kiing, founders of Alpro Pharmacy. Thank you for joining us today on the show.
Thank you, Marianna.
Yeah, I understand that your other partner, Joshua, couldn't make it with us because he's still stuck in Seremban due to COVID restriction.
Yes,
so
that's
we
correct.
hope he's watching with us here on the screen. Yeah.
Yep.
Perhaps we can get started by telling your story. Why? What's the new community concept of pharmacy?
First of all, let me introduce myself and Kiing as well. I'm a local Sarawak guy. Kampua Laksa, our favorites. I'm originally from Sarike, born and raised in Sarike. I'm a pharmacist, graduate from Monash University in Australia, came back to Sarawak after we graduate. Yeah.
Okay, how about Miss Kiing?
I am pharmacist Kiing, so you can call me Siong or Kiing. Okay, originally from Bintang, and then graduated from USM, University Science Malaysia. Now I'm a pharmacist manager in Alpro Pharmacies Sarawak, currently looking after the engagement activities like CSR, school talk, and also recruitments.
Yes. So why Alpro Pharmacy? What's this concept of community pharmacy that you're trying to talk about today?
Yeah. Before this, after three of us, Sarawak Kampong kids are so eager to go home after uni. So we decided to have our housemanship at Sarawak General Hospital. In Malaysia, a pharmacist need to practice for a year to get a full license. So that's where we three met. So after our houseman end, so we decided to have our own pharmacy in Kuching. Yeah.
And that is when we actually see that the pharmacy business, like you mentioned, during that time was still done in a very traditional way. You typically you go to a pharmacy, it's more on about product and prices. So the culture during that time is customer shop around pharmacy, compare prices, whichever pharmacy that actually offer a cheaper price, that is where the customer will go.
So there's no element of customer service.
Exactly. So that is what we think a pharmacy should be actually. That we think that time what is the pharmacy is lack of.
Yeah, correct.
So actually many pharmacy business owner during that time say to us, pharmacy business is doomed. It's all about prices, all about product. But we see differently.
Correct.
So me, Siong, Joshua, we see it differently because we gain experience from other countries that actually pharmacy is not about just product and price.
So why Alpro?
Yes, good question. Why Alpro? Because during that time, Alpro is the only pharmacy in Malaysia is emphasizing on professional and personalized service. Alpro is the pharmacy that emphasizes on ethical dispensing, health promotion, disease prevention, counseling, and most importantly is about medication safety. That we put so much effort and so much emphasis on medication safety.
Right. So I understand that when you talk about medication safety, one of the it's actually the motto of Alpro.
Yes.
But for commoners or people like us, we actually brush it off. It's something very trivial. Medication safety. What are the misconceptions of medication safety that we usually we don't find it important? Perhaps you can share with us. Yeah.
Actually, yes, you are right. Medication safety is actually the motto for Alpro, that we are so serious about it. So there are many aspects about medication safety. You can talk about right medication, right dose, right patient, and so on. But the fundamental aspect for a medication safety for us, for Alpro, we think that the right source of medication is so important. Bring you a fact. In 2016, actually, we did a research by Pharmaceutical Association in Malaysia that actually 6% of our medication or our supplements in our market are actually fake product. Yes. So there are, by chance of 5%, you go out and buy, be it a strip of medication or supplements, it can be fake.
All right, which brings me to the next question actually. So I know Alpro has this 1 million product liability insurance. Some may call it a marketing gimmick. So how do you rebuild that actually?
Yes, actually pharmacy has, Alpro Pharmacy has one very unique point that we are so serious about our medication safety. Actually, we have a 1 million product liability insurance. That insurance actually guarantee everything in Alpro Pharmacy is 100% genuine. So we have to trust, the insurance company have to trust all single items come with the right source. So that is about the insurance. And until today, like what you say, actually many are saying that this is just marketing, one of your marketing agenda to promote your pharmacy. But we are proud to actually say that until today, the entire nation, not only in Malaysia, Alpro Pharmacy is the only pharmacy who still hold this insurance.
Right. So that means if me as a consumer, I will feel, I'll feel very confident going to Alpro to actually buy a product. All right. I think let us take a short break, and after this, Ms. Kiing will share more about talent and community building and the uniqueness of Alpro in Sarawak. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome back to Brand Pulse with me, Marianna. And today, thank you again to Mr. Wong and Ms. Kiing for joining us on the show. Earlier, we spoke about Alpro as a new community pharmacy in Sarawak. And then Ms. Kiing, you oversee actually the talent and community building in Alpro. Can you share some of the uniqueness or differentiator for Alpro services?
Yeah, before this, community pharmacy were named as retail pharmacies. It's like any shop that you walk in and purchase anything, then you go back. But it's not satisfaction or service. In Alpro, we believe that human touch is essential. So education is very important. I couldn't believe that we have done more than 100 school talks in Sarawak, focusing on a really simple topic like hand washing, deworming, healthy eating plate. We have a regular customer, a teacher, who walked in and thanked us for the school talk. She said that her son was a picky eater, not even allowed any veggie on his plate. One day, his son came home and told his mom, "Mommy, today I want to eat vegetable because this morning Gogo Jeje from Alpro said so." So the outcome is rewarding.
Yeah, I understand that. So, So when let's say you talk about the community building, and then who are the people that you send to the schools and all from Alpro? Are they part of the volunteers? Are they the staff of Alpro? Can you elaborate further?
Yeah, mostly it's our team is our pharmacists or nutritionists or dietitian.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your you talk about pharmacists, nutritionists, and also dietitians. How do you actually bring them back, bring this talent back to Sarawak? What sort of, talent building do you focus on? Yeah.
Actually, the person behind the scene for all this school talk, other than, of course, Ms. Kiing, our pharmacist, like what Ms. Kiing has mentioned, is the nutritionists and dietitians. Actually, before Alpro, nobody in pharmacy will actually hire nutritionists and dietitians. But it's because due to our vision for a healthy and vibrant world, we want to do education. So that is why we incorporate our nutritionists and dietitians to be together with us.
But are these local, are they fresh graduate, or is it hard for you to bring in experienced nutrition and nutritionists and dietitian from, let's say, KL or abroad? Yeah, how do you bring in this talent? In terms of monetary gain, I'm sure it's not it's not comparable. So how do you attract them to come back to Sarawak and contribute back to the society?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for your information, actually all staff currently in Alpro Sarawak are all Sarawakian, are all local Sarawakian, including all the professional pharmacists and also nutritionists and dietitians.
Yeah.
There is one thing that we are very proud of. Many our staff or our colleague nutritionists, dietitians tell us that it was actually very, very hard for them to get a job in Sarawak.
Yes.
Because job like them, nutritionists, dietitians are often
Niche.
and then they are working in just hospital, private hospital, or like food industry business.
Yes.
We are glad that when we started, we incorporate them together with us.
Right. Like Miss Kiing, you mentioned on human touch. So I actually read this very, for me it's very personal and very touching. Of all virtues, actually you focus on filial piety as the most important one. Yeah, can you actually share on this? Yeah.
Filial piety?
Yeah.
Let me share about the filial piety. Actually, we are particularly touched on this. Let me tell you what the motto is. Chinese. Actually, it sounds like that. 你养我小，我养你老.
Yeah.
This is actually our
You
motto.
see, it gives me goosebumps listening to that. Yeah.
Yes. Just to explain a bit, it means we will have to take care of our elderlies.
Yeah.
It's just like the elderlies who took care of us when we are young.
Yeah. So what are some of the campaigns or collaborations that you have that is unique to Alpro in terms of these elderly services?
We are glad that actually Sarawak Welfare Department actually share the same vision for this elderly care, which we name it Silvercare.
Right.
So we are working together with Kenyalang Gold Card. So actually all elderly in Sarawak now, 60 years and above, they are automatically become our Alpro member.
Yeah, maybe for the benefit of the audience, Kenyalang Gold Card is actually a privilege card offered by our Sarawak Care under the Ministry of Welfare and Community Wellbeing of Sarawak, offered specifically for Sarawakian age 60 and above. Okay, you can continue.
Yeah, let me just share another story that actually touches us about the filial PT.
Yeah.
It happens in our pharmacy. Actually, it is our customer actually who come in to want to buy something for their father who has cancer, who has just been discharged by the hospital. The reason for discharge is very sad because the father is in their palliative care, meaning that they are counting their days. So the customer actually come in, they want to buy oxygen concentrator to support his father to ongoing his life. And also hospital beds. But they are just too expensive to buy.
Right.
It's few thousand ringgit to just buy these things.
Right.
So that is actually what touches us, that we will have to go all out. Because we understand that many of the time, the children, they want to have this love to their parents. They want to do something due to filial. But they couldn't afford sometimes. So that is how Alpro Pharmacy actually come out with this Silvercare service.
So instead of buying, so we can rent.
Yes.
Rent the
we offer them a one-stop service. You can rent, you can buy, or even you can send for us for repair. And then for your information, for Silvercare member, the repairing service is free of charge.
Right. That's really interesting. I think we have to go for our final break. Okay. When we come back, we will talk more about the innovations behind Alpro services and also the challenges. See you and stay tuned with us. Thank you and welcome back to Brand Pulse. So Mr. Wong and Ms. Kiing, picking up on where we left off earlier, what would be the challenges by community pharmacies like you all in this new norm?
Okay, speaking about pharmacy, post-COVID, we all know that now people actually go everything online, go digital. So these are the challenges that actually we want to overcome. Currently, we are working together with our digital prescriber, our digital doctors, doctors online, to try to see whether we can do something together and together with our logistic company. As we all know, Sarawak being an isolated place in Malaysia, normally delivery or the logistic is a challenge. So many of the time it's very hard for people in Sarawak to be accessible to pharmacy or to
Yes, in terms of the pricing, because the add-on of delivery charges.
Correct.
Yeah, it's actually, it's
so
it's
we
not
want
competitive.
to yes, we want to try to eliminate all the charges in between.
Right.
So that is the things that we are working on. So we try to solve it and we'll try to bring Sarawak a seamless integrations of digital doctors, pharmacy, and send the medication to your doorstep. This is what we want to do.
Okay. And then talking about Alpro, the uniqueness of your service and all, what's the greater purpose of Alpro's existence? I mean, the existence of Alpro. What's your greater purpose?
Have you heard about Alpro Foundation?
Okay.
As a director of Alpro, we feel so honored to be part of the society. We know that to have a better world is not just done by operating a business. We must need to outreach to help those that support those communities in need. That's Alpro Foundation was founded. In Alpro Foundation, we have several projects. One of that is the Growing Stars project. In Growing Star project, we raise funds by selling water in Alpro outlet. Then we funded children with 100 ringgit per month to support them to get back to school.
Actually, who actually qualify for this Alpro Foundation? Is it anybody can walk in to apply? Is there a criteria for this?
You need to fill in a form. It's for the family that we have more children. The total incomes may be less than 2,000. Then they may apply for that. Yeah. Last year we have a children. I think it's from Maradong. She just complete her STPM and then further her study in USM microbiology under our subsidy.
I mean, she must be feeling very appreciative to what you all have done. Okay, I also know that you just launched your 10th outlet last week at Kota Samarahan. So can you just briefly share with us your expansion strategy for the next 3 to 5 years?
Okay. For Alpro Pharmacy in Sarawak, the numbers of outlets or the expansion is not our goal, I would say. So it is the service that we can extend that matters to us. It's the engagement of the community that matters to us. So of course, we in the next 3 to 5 years, we still hope that Alpro Pharmacy can still be to every town, cities in Sarawak. In Alpro, actually, we have a spirit called Kaizen. It is actually a continuously improvement. So that actually matters more on us on next 3 to 5 years. It's about the service that we can provide. So in 2016, we moved backward. 2016, actually, we introduced a service called Medication Pack that won us a 2016 Innovation Award. This year, as I said earlier, we are launching on our Silvercare Service, the service for the elderly care, for the palliative care. So moving forward, the service that we want to provide to our community is actually we are looking into collaborating with our physiotherapists.
Right. Okay. Since we are still fighting COVID, there are a lot of circulation on social media on self-medication. how can you, bust this myth or educate the public on this? Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, actually, it's a good sign that actually people are more concerned on their health post-COVID. And the information public can get now is really, really accessible. You can, through WhatsApp, through Facebook, people can get a lot of information. But all this information, be very careful. They are just a single, it's not really an evidence-based studies. So the easiest way for general public is go to speak to your pharmacist.
Yeah.
Yeah, pharmacy actually is very accessible nowadays in all the cities. Yeah. Go in, check with your pharmacist.
All right.
They will know. Yes, they will guide you the right way.
Thank you, Mr. Wong. Maybe if there's any final word of advice from maybe Miss Kiing, to the future pharmacists, nutritionists. Yeah.
Be it pharmacist, nutritionist, or dietitian. So to have faith, humble, and patient towards our community is not our job, but it's in our DNA. So there are many possibilities that we can create values to our society, bringing Malaysians closer to the health, and then upbringing social health status. Just like Alpro, we are the first one who create this platform to invite others profession like N&D to join us. Others may see that is a business opportunity, but our intention is very clear. We want to create a healthy and vibrant world.
Yes. All right. Okay, thank you very much. So thank you, Mr. Wong and Miss Kiing. So we have actually reached the end of the talk show. I'm sure we have a lot more to talk about. This is the brand story of Alpro, the brand which focuses on medication safety to create a healthy and vibrant Malaysia. We hope that Alpro Sarawak can bring in more talents into Sarawak and give value to the communities in Sarawak. That's it with Brand Pulse today. Thank you for following us and joining us today, and we hope to see you in the next episode. If you have any suggestions or comment, you can email us at talktous@tvstv.my.